Hello crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I'm here with mycreativetime's latest release. This is a fun circus release. Everything is like circus themed, but it's like pretty beautiful pastel circus themed. It has like a vintage feel to it, I guess. This can make for a fun scrapbook layout or layouts, mini albums, journals. You can make cards for kids, cards for those who love this type of style, and you'll see a close-up of this ephemera in a second. This video is also a YouTube hop and an Instagram hop. Either hop you can win a $50 store credit. Also crafters, you can get 15% off site-wide using the code Suzanne. It will be available for 1 day, so you have until Friday night, midnight Pacific time, about 2:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, to go ahead and get 15% off site-wide, which includes all these new goodies. There are 4 die sets. One of them is a treat bag, and then the rest are like really fun. So you can use this for birthday as well. Stamp and die set, and also a new paper pad. This one is mostly patterns. So you see the polka dots, script, and then the stripes. All right, let's take a look at the ephemera first. First up, let's start off with the fun ephemera. This is all the ephemera. I laid it out in my large craft stacks with this, which holds everything together. So it's called the Circus Clown Ephemera Pack. A lot of these images that you see here are in 4s. So you'll get 4 of her, 4. Some of them are 3. So you could use one for like a scrapbook layout, another one of these for a mini album, and then another one for a journal, and even one for a card. One image can cover 4 different styles too of crafting as well. Isn't that fun? Look at the little lion, the little tiger, the elephant. I love this little girl here. And then these are just so cute. So you see the look on the face. I don't want to say childlike, but it does have a feel to it that can be either for those young at heart all the way through. And if you know a particular crafter, or if you are one of these crafters who loves this style of imagery, get yourself a second pack, because this is just absolutely gorgeous. It has a muted mint green colorway, a beautiful pink, almost dusty pink to it as well. So it definitely has those beautiful vintage colors. So this is what it looks like, all the images, okay? Circus Clown Ephemera. Love that. The pattern paper is called Pastel Party. This is a 6 by 8.5 inch paper pad, 4 each of 6 designs. There's 24 sheets in this pack. Here is the polka dot and script pattern. You see there is like a regular pink, and then there's a dusty pink, the green, the gray, and then these 2 script ones. Really pretty. On the reverse side, you see again the pinks, but these are now stripes, except for this one, which is like a distressed wood. Very pretty, okay? So this paper pad is called Pastel Party, but it is a very neutral pack, and then you can mix it with another pack. The pack I mixed it with, which I think works so well, a lot of you know this is a favorite of mine, Whispered Love. So I mixed this with this. See the colors? They do go well, and it also works very well with this one. So I will definitely be putting a link for this. Crafters, I'm detailing and linking everything I'm talking about. But you see, if you wanted more of a pattern like with the flowers, you see how it all works? Thumbs up. Love that. First up, here is my example with the scallop topper die. This die set fits within a standard die cut machine. Let me give you the height on the outline of it. It is 6 3/4 inch tall by 4 inches wide. You just run this and then you fold it over. So this is the back, and it folds over here at that score line. It does have matting layers. I didn't use this layer, but I used these 2, what you see here. For the pattern paper on this, I am using the Whispered Love with the roses. I love the roses. So pretty. You can use any of these little bags and put candy in it, and then I did staple it together. You could probably use Velcro too if you wish. And in this instance, this can also work as an insert, like if you wanted to insert in a mini album, scrapbook layout as an interactive detail as well, because it does fold over, but it doesn't create a closed box. It's just like one-sided, and you can see here. For my pretty bow, I'm using the mini bow die, this little set right here. Covers up that staple too. Love that. Isn't that pretty? Let me give you the measurement fully assembled. 4 1/4 by 4 inches. There is that matting layer in here. See the pattern paper? See the pattern paper, okay? Love. Now this is from the Pastel Party. So cute, right? Scallop topper die. Up next, I have two goodies featured here. The ticket tag die, and also, I don't have the name of this one. This is the stamp and die set. Oh, why do I not have the name of this one? But I will definitely put it down in the description box what this is. The stamp and die set comes with a series of sentiments and coordinating dies for every single sentiment here. Here I have it stamped out with gold pigment ink and heat embossed with clear embossing powder. I think that colorway goes very well with the ephemera. Isn't the ephemera so fabulous? And then these tickets. So for the ticket, largest ticket, the outline, I'm looking at 5 1/4 inch tall by 2 3/4 of an inch wide. I'm using the second set here and these layers with it, okay? There is a third set as well, and it does have detail on the bottom. See how the numbers here, they emboss with those little lines? And some has stitch detail and then solid detail. Very pretty. This is from the pattern paper, both the stripe and the polka dot. For these two layers now, I'm coming into the A2 die set. This one is rectangle frame die, largest die is an A2, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch. And then the second layer with the stitch detail, I'm coming into rectangle frame die layers. I don't think I use this one, I use this one. So I have a wider spacing. This will give you a 1/4 inch space with these two, okay? If you go one to the other. Isn't this so pretty though? So pretty. I'm loving all the colors. I did pop this up off of this. This is popped up off of that. I finished this off with some Spellbinders Gold Mix Gems. Up next, this is a fun one. This is like the circus tent. It's called Ticket Booth. So it's either a ticket booth. It can also be doubled as a circus tent. So you can style this either way. This one layers up starting with the back. And then you can put this piece on. These layer here for the awning. Here is the little ticket booth part. You don't have to use it, but you can. Lots of layers. 25-cent ticket. I did put that here. On the My Creative Time YouTube channel, you will see a tutorial for this if you need it, but it comes together relatively easy, just starting with this largest piece first, which measures 5 1/2 inch tall by 3 1/4 inch wide. So cute. And then here is the stamp and die set. This time I have black pigment ink, heat emboss. Let the fun begin. Happy birthday. So fun. For these two outer layers, I'm coming back again with the rectangle frame die and the rectangle frame die layers. This time I'm going from the largest one on the outside to the largest one here. See the difference with the spacing? Have fun. Mix, match, and play with these type of foundation dies. I did a little popcorn here. The little ticket booth is also selling popcorn. And then this little cutie patootie. So sweet. Don't you love the colorway? This is the shaker scallop balloon die. So you can turn this into a shaker. I decided to just layer it up on a 5x7 card. I have two balloons. I'm using the balloon shape. There's also a star shape and a heart shape. The balloon here is 4 inches tall by 3. The star shape, 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. And the heart, 3 1/2 by 3 1/4 or 3 3/8 of an inch. And then you also get 4 strings. I have the strings here. Here I have the pattern paper on the inside. Then some Spellbinders color wheel cardstock and white cardstock. I made the balloons, but then I used it with one of these images. He has a little star here, but I decided to put the little lollipop there. I thought that was so cute coming out of his hand. This is an adorable card. For the background here, I'm using the Spellbinders Loops embossing folder, which I think works so well with the balloons. This is a fun embossing folder that's 5 1/2 inch wide, 8 1/2 inch tall. It is a 2D embossing folder, but this embossing folder matches a lot of what's in this collection. You could use it in the background for all these cards as well. I like the loops with all of this. I think that just adds more fun and whimsy to it. So that's why I brought it here. Finished it off with some Gold Mix Gems, the solid part. So this is fun. I could have done just the balloons alone, put it on an A2 or on a square card like this, but I wanted to incorporate one of the ephemera pieces. I have a gem here and a gem there too. Fun. So this is the shaker scallop balloon die. Each of these styles, balloon, star, and heart, 5 layers, okay? So I could have come down into these smaller layers, which have stitch detail as well, but I decided to go with the larger layers because I wanted to use the scallop. Also, I use the stamp and die set for Let's Celebrate Another Year Sweeter Happy Birthday. For my last card, I'm using the ephemera piece, and then she inspired everything else. This is a A6 card, 4 1/2 by 6 1/4 inch. I'm coming into that Whispered Love paper pack. the design back here, and then also this one right here. Love this. I tell you, this is so cute, and the colors do match. And then I shopped my My Creative Time stash for everything else. For this background layer, I'm coming into the scallop stitched oval die. Largest die here, which looks like a flower, is 4.5 by 5.25 inch. So 5.25 by 4.5. And then for the flowers and the foliage is a foliage dies, oldie but goodie, and the strawberry flower die plate working on top of it. So I just sprinkled some of these flowers using the colorway that she has on, like a dusty pink and a kind of a corally pink too. I die cut those. I popped out these little centers here for the flowers in a tan cardstock. And for the edging, I did come on with Tim Hull's Vintage Photo Distress ink, just for the vintage feel. Then I came into the stamp and die set and just stamped out this little sentiment, birthday wishes. So there's large sentiments and then these little small ones. Again, heat emboss with that gold pigment ink with the clear embossing powder. I think this gold is so perfect with that. I'll put a link for that gold embossing ink. It's from Altenew. Alrighty, crafters, that is it. What do you think of this fun Circus collection, which actually doesn't look like the harsh primary colors of the Circus, you know, the red, the white. It's more like these pinks and corals, girly and fun and really, really, really pretty. I love the imagery here. If you love this style, pick up a set or two of the ephemera and then also get the pattern paper and include this pattern paper as well, Whispered Love. And pull out all your older dies and have fun with that as well. This is a treat bag, great for just anything. With the candies, you can put anything in these little bags. And it has a good sizing as well. So here I have 2 Kit Kats. This is great, like if you wanted to make something for friends or treats for a kid's party, you could do that as well. If you didn't want to use a stapler, like I said, you could use Velcro. You could also use double-sided tape, hold it all together, or glue, and then they can pull it apart. Alrighty, crafters, everything will be detailed and linked below. Thanks so much for watching. Definitely take a look at this fun circus-inspired collection. It's really, really, really pretty. I love everything here, and I am going to get myself another one of these ephemera pack because I could just sit here and play with this all day long in all different kinds of ways. I could see myself making like a folio, like a mini album folio. I just didn't have the time to do it, but that would be fun with something like this. Alrighty, crafters, don't forget to use the code Suzanne to get 15% off site-wide. The sale will end Friday night. Until the next video, definitely check out this fun at My Creative Time. Stay crafty, my friends. Bye!